Hi there, my name is Toby, and today I want to ask a very important question, and that is, what is the difference between a family and a cult? Now, you might not think this applies to you, but it applies to everyone. The problem is we don't really understand what a family is, and therefore we don't really understand what a cult is. And I put it to you, we're all in a cult. This society we're living in is a bit of a cult. We all believe certain things that we have been taught since birth. But those things, are they really true? Or are they just human constructs keeping us under control, keeping us in our place? Now, most of us have got the idea, yeah, okay, we are controlled at least to some degree. And some of us think, well, we're really under control. And some of us think, no, we're still free. But I put it to you, we're under the control of a belief system, a structure, a cult. And we just can't see it. Now, let's talk about a family, because again, we don't understand what this is. A family is a natural process of growth. A family is natural. Now, a cult is when you have taken that natural process of growth and subverted it for your own personal gain, your own personal power. You have subverted the natural process of growth. In other words, you say you are a family, yeah, but it's just a cult. Now, that's how it works. Cults always work on that family feeling. You have to engage your soul, your feelings. And we all have this need for community, for family. And it's an unfulfilled need. And I'll tell you why it's unfulfilled in a minute. But that's all part of the plan. We have an unfulfilled need for family. And that's why we're so susceptible to cults. And that's been brought up, given to us since birth. And you can see it now. People are talking about it. Oh, the destruction of the family. Now it's all, multiple relationships. And if you want to be a family, oh, that's no good. Oh, that's no good. So we can sort of see it. But it's darker than that. It's really darker than that. Let me explain this to you energetically. This is how the natural process is supposed to work. So two people fall in love. They fall in love, they get together and they multiply. Now it's meant to be love because it's meant to be a unified creation. That is, mind, body and spirit come together to create a new life. So that's natural. It's supposed to be love. In other words, centered at the heart. Now that's tricky because we can multiply without love quite easily. So we've already separated, we've already changed that first bit. You see? So the strongest, most powerful creation of life is going to be with love. That's the natural way. That's the ideal situation. But the head and the heart have become separated. That's already one problem. So now the next thing is the child is supposed to be nurtured in the womb. The baby grows in the womb. And we are, as we are a higher level consciousness, we are a singularity of spirit, a soul, an advanced level consciousness. Because of that, when we are born, we are vulnerable. Everyone knows that. A human being born is vulnerable. They can't survive. Every other animal, when it's born, has got the ability to survive quite quickly. They can all walk straight away, for example. They do something quite quickly. They've got much better chance than we have. They all got to be looked after, but the human being is disastrously vulnerable. It must be looked after when it's born. Now, it's more than that. It's because we are a more advanced being, a higher consciousness, our consciousness is still outside the body. A little baby is born, but it still is only small. It cannot handle the full amount of consciousness required. Essentially, even though the baby is born physically, it's still in the womb, energetically. It's got to stay close to the mother, and ideally the father too. Both of these two, the mother and the father, create an energetic womb for the baby. So now the mother and father, their job, this is the job of the family, is to create a space, a small space a dome, a sphere, an aura in which the baby can grow. It's now physical, but the spirit is not fully there. The body's not big enough. There's a lot of spirit has to come to us to be self-aware. So a baby not quite there. So we create this external energetic womb. And again, ideal scenario. Mother and the father look after it in the house in a little area. Very carefully. It's got to not be not too much disturbance. See, that's why it's got to be cared for. Now, as the baby grows, the mother and the father are supposed to teach it. Explain to it the natural ways. Teach it the natural law. Teach it to be self-aware. In other words, be a good boy or girl. Because that's the natural law. That requires self-awareness and awareness of your conscience. So ideally, that's what the family's supposed to do. Teach the new spirit as it's coming down. So of course none of this is happening now. This is ideal. I'm telling you the ideal scenario. Now, when the child reaches puberty, the body is changing. At that point, now we're really getting to the point where there's enough spirit coming down for that child to be an adult, to grow up. And that's the point when it's leaving the energetic womb. That's the real point of growing up. You're not the baby, not the child. Up until that point, you're still under the control of your parents, or your parents are supposed to look after you. Your mother and father, rather. It's not parents, it's mother and father. That's more specific, that's better. So at that point, again, a true family, here's the difference now. A true family, at the point of their child growing up, boy or girl growing up, they are willing to let them go. Because the true altruism is to create a true individual, a true creator, a true independent being. Now, to create a true independent being, you have to let it go. Because if you don't let it go, it cannot be independent. So real family will let you go. It will set you free. Now you're already starting to see what a cult is. A cult will never let you go, never set you free. You are there forever, into old age. Now, how are we supposed to grow up? At that point, there's meant to be a coming of age ceremony. This goes back through all time. It's supposed to have this ceremony, but it's supposed to be a bit of a hardship, a struggle, a challenge. Now, you can look at it in animals like a bird, an egg. They lay an egg. So the baby is born, but it's still inside an egg. That is an energetic thing. The shape of an egg is exactly the formation of a magnetic field based on the golden ratio. It's very deep, very deep. And when we're born, we're supposed to be in an egg. In an egg created by our mother and father. At the point of coming of age, we're breaking out of the egg. It's a bit of hard work. Now the bird has to do it, peck, survive. Can it get out? Hard work. But when it gets out, it's now independent. It's a sovereign, a true warrior spirit. You have to have a fight to get out of the egg. That's what makes you grow up. Now we still got, some religions have got these coming of age ceremonies, but they're not quite what they used to be. So I don't think they're quite good enough. They're better than nothing, but not quite good enough. And some of them have gone a bit terrible. You've got this, I don't want to say what the word is, when you take the private parts and snip some bits off. I'm not sure. No. We should not be messing around with the body like that. No need to do that. That again is esoteric knowledge gone into something, misguided. It just means at that point you become a man or a woman. Before you were a boy and a girl, now a man and a woman. You don't have to snip anything off to work that out. Okay, that's gone a bit misguided. But you have to do a struggle. There's a work. The old ancient tribes, the shaman, you have to go out. The American Indians, the natives, those guys had to go and find a spirit animal. Go out in the wilderness. You've got to survive. The tougher the tribe, the harder the survival. And sometimes you didn't survive. That's just tough luck. But they valued it so highly, they will put their little baby into that struggle. Because they were true family, they were setting them free. It's about the soul. They were creating a true independent soul, not a body. Do you get me? You've got to see through this. We cannot understand metaphysics. Now, because we don't understand this, we've never had this coming of age ceremony. None of us. We're all still babies. And the society we've got has on purpose destroyed all this because they want us all to be babies. They are infantilizing us because then you've got this unfulfilled need of a child. The child is meant to be nurtured up to the point of independence and then pushed. Go, you can do it. There's your struggle, but you can do it. The bird has got to jump out of the nest and fly. Sometimes they don't make it. We have never done that. So because of that, the powers that be can still be our parents because we have not had this from our parents. Our parents have not let us grow up or set us free. Very few. Again, I'm being very general here. There's some very, very good parents, and I'm sure you all are, so please don't take it personally. But I'm making a point. And the point is because we have not been given this independence, we're vulnerable to cults, and the system, the matrix, is there to pick us up and keep us as children, keep us as babies forevermore. So we are always in the jurisdiction, the control of the authorities, the parents. And it operates like a cult. You can see all cults like that. They give you the love, the family love. We're going to look after you. Yeah, we'll help you. We're going to sort this problem out. We're going to sort that problem out. But remember, what's the difference between a family and a cult? And you have to sometimes look very carefully. It's a fine line. You have to see what are these parents gaining. Sometimes you've got a real family, but it's a cult. Abusive parents. It's a cult. They have their children for their own personal advantage. They buy and sell them for their own personal advantage. Some families do that. So they are not a family, they are a cult. See, I don't care about the physical family. That's only one aspect. That's the ideal. The physical family combined with spiritual knowledge, that is the very best. But if your physical family is messed up, abusive, no, you have to let that one go. But there is still a greater family. The family of the Force, the Jedi, that comes from you when you advance. Higher beings of consciousness are like the parents looking after us. But it is not a cult. You're not dependent on them. They won't make you dependent on them. It's up to you to search for the wisdom. You search for the wisdom, some of these higher parent type beings will help you. But you can't, it's not that you've got to pray to them because you're still a child. You have to grow up and they will help you grow up. It means on this path of self-development, you're becoming a true independent soul. You're growing up. You've got to break out of the egg, break out of the cult. Because we're in an abusive cult. You have to break out. It's tough. But there will be help along the way. You will never be alone. You will never be alone. You might not see the friends here, but there will be friends there. They're not higher or lower. They're all equal. Again, your parents, the moment you break out of the egg, you are now equal with your parents. They now regard you as an equal. That's how it's supposed to be. When they go out to the tribe, and then they go off to the wilderness, survive, come back with their spirit animal. When they come back to the village, the tribe, they're all welcomed back as an adult, a grown man or grown woman. And they get a new name. And the name might have been given to them by a spirit. I found my spirit animal and it told me my name. My name is this. Your parents gave you the first name, you give yourself the real name. This is very deep. This is the secret of the law, the natural law, how it works. And the natural law, the family has been subverted by the system, the matrix that we live in. The name, our name has been given to us by the system. We haven't got our own name. We've never grown up. We've never had a coming of age ceremony. Our soul has been kept small for the personal advantage of other so-called souls. But they're all small. You see, the dark side of the Force are all children, small-minded souls. They're all children. Very powerful, evil, but children. Quite pathetic children. Very, very naughty children. So naughty that they deserve no respect, no regard, and in fact need to be shut down. A lot of this stuff has to be shut down. Again, that's a difficult thing to talk about, but it just means energetically, you do not have to take the crap when it comes to your door. So again, that's a difficult one. But the point I'm trying to make here, there is a big difference between a family and a cult. The family is natural, and the family extends to the natural bigger family, the community. That is based on love, respect, cooperation, harmony. It's not a hierarchy. Now you can even have the elders of the village. They're a bit like the parents of the tribe, but the tribe is all adults. They're all equal. They just go out of respect, out of experience. And the elders have respect for the youngsters. It's all natural. It's cooperation, it's harmony, it's love. You're not lonely. There's no loneliness in the natural family. There is loneliness in the cult. And this world, we live in a city, millions of people all together, and we're all lonely. What the hell is that? And they have the cheek to talk to us about community. Yeah, we're working for the good of the community. We don't understand what that means. We don't know what a family is. We don't know what love is. We don't know what community is. We have no idea. That's why we all join the cult. Yeah, we must have authority. Only authority will look after us crazy little children. Yeah, that's because you've forgotten what love is. You've forgotten what real parenting is, or what real mother and father is. And you don't know what it means to be grown up. None of us do. I'm including myself. It's a big deal. But we've got to try and grow up. That's what this training is about. That's what the meditation is about. Build your warrior spirit. Build your aura. Increase your awareness. Increase your wisdom. And start seeing through all the cults. The small-minded evil people that are abusing, subverting the natural process of growth, the family, for their own personal gain. It's the worst type of evil. The most disgusting human behaviour is that. And sometimes it's always a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's why we can't see it. Oh, they're nice. They're looking after me. They're my family. Yeah, the authorities are doing it for our own good. They've got to take away all our money and work us to the bone for nothing and then let us freeze. They have to. It's for our own good. They're the authorities. They're our parents. They're looking after us. Oh, that's the law. Oh, yeah, we need the law and order. They're imposing the law and order on us. That's law and order. We need that. We don't know. We have no idea what true law is. Those are the people that are breaking the law. We don't even see it. The people that are breaking the law the most are the ones that are inventing the law. They're inventing it, making it up, whatever they want for their own advantage. If you haven't seen that yet, you are the naive one. Please grow up. This is serious business. We've got to get to the next level of understanding if we ever want to get out of the matrix. So I know most of you guys are already there, but I'm trying to say this to everyone. It's a difficult job. I'm working on technology as well, trying to work out a way, and I know there is a real technology that we can do this. And it's coming in time. I'm going to talk more and more about it. But I'll leave links below to my website on the technology and to the Sovereign Project. Very important network being built of all these people trying to work out ways out of the cult, out of the matrix. And the Sovereign Project is the best place to start. They've done a lot of research, a lot of serious people there. Serious thinkers. This is not a joke. This is serious thinking. This is for growing up. And we all got to do it. We all got to do it. We don't want to. It's nice in the cult. We want to go back into the Matrix. Remember the Matrix, the movie? They're all breaking out. One of the guys, I just want to go back into the Matrix. It's easy. I can have my steak, eat my steak. I know it's only fake, but I don't care. Just make me rich in the matrix. I don't care about breaking the matrix. It's not easy. The cult will seduce you. That's how it works. It is subverting the family. And we've all been brought up with a significant deficiency. We've all got this inherent deep need for family, for community. We're lacking in it. That's the way we've been brought up. We've been brought up dramatically in dramatic poverty, emotional poverty, on purpose. We do not know what it means to feel loved in a family. Hardly any of us. Not really. A little bit, but no idea what it could be. And because of that, we're willing disciples to the cult. Which, oh yeah, the cult, we love that. The cult will look after me. It's difficult. It's difficult. But thank you so much for listening again. Thank you so much for your time. And do check out my website. I talk about this, my homepage. Check through my playlists. I talk about this in so many different ways. But thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.